Melvo lit that shit bang.
Welcome back, everybody, to Crobes' Judgment, and this one is gonna kind of tragedy in the upstate details in the case of the adopted South Carolina 3-year-old beaten to death. In August, she won a Food Network show. Now she's behind bars and accused of beating her adopted daughter, to death. Again, accused allegedly, but the evidence in the case seems pretty damn thorough. And I read through this article originally. I didn't know if I really wanted to do a story on it, but there are some elements of this woman Ariel that I kind of wanted to talk about. And I looked at her age. I looked at the age of her husband. 34, 29. I'm 30, so I'm around that same age, and I'm just like, I don't know what drives people to do things like this. But let's read through the article and see who this woman actually is. The tragic story of a 3-year-old Simpsonville, South Carolina girl beaten to death is sending shockwaves through the upstate. Jerry Austin Robinson, 34, and Ariel Robinson, 29, were both charged with homicide by child abuse in the January 14 death of her adopted daughter, Victoria Tori Rose Smith, according to a release from the South Carolina State Law Enforcement Division, SLED. Nice acronym. Ariel Robinson is best known for winning season 20 of Worst Cooks in America on the Food Network in August. According to her website, Ariel was a middle school teacher trying to make it as a stand-up comic, radio host, and TV personality. How she does it all, we will never know, Ariel's website says. Just prepare yourself for one roller coaster ride you won't want to get rid of. Get rid of. I think a lot of people want to do that now. But, I was looking at the things this woman says about herself, and it looks like, she's a teacher, but she wants to be something more. She wants to be a star. She got spotlight on Food Network by winning this show. She wants to be a stand-up comic. It sounds like she's someone who's trying to become famous, and, she found a way, obviously. But it seems like she's not someone who's very happy with her life, I guess is the best way of putting it. And it doesn't seem like she values what she actually had. Okay, so Ariel Robinson had a podcast with her husband, so you have that too, who was also arrested for homicide by child abuse. Her life as a comic and mother was thoroughly documented on her Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and Twitter pages, where she frequently referred to herself as a mother of 5. Let's click on a couple of these. So this is the Twitter account. Obviously, don't do anything. Like, please don't. There's no point there's really no point. She's clearly not on the Twitter account. It's not going to do anything for you. But yeah, you can kind of just see, right? Channel's already been deleted from YouTube. But yeah, I'm sure, I don't know if Facebook or Instagram pages are active. If the Twitter account is, probably still. But there's no reason to do anything. You can clearly tell people are probably commenting about what's happened just based on, 108 replies to this recent one. Hate crime. Yeah, someone's flagging tweets. But yeah. On her Facebook page, she shared several pictures of her adopted daughter named Tori, short for Victoria. According to a Greenville news story, Ariel and Jerry Robinson adopted 3 children, 2 boys and a girl, in March 2020. She announced the news of their adoption approval on Facebook in December 2019. The December 2019 post announcing Tori's adoption. Ariel Robinson's Facebook and Instagram pages show dozens of photos of 3-year-old Tori in the last year of her life. Kind of tugs at the heartstrings, right? Look, I just want to address something I saw in some of those Twitter comments at her. People are saying it's a hate crime because I guess this woman is a supporter of BLM and the kid's white. I guess I can kind of see how you're drawing that comparison, but to me, it seems like, she's a woman who just doesn't like her life in general. And you got 5 kids. They're people that require your attention and your focus, and this woman's head's in another place altogether. So I don't think that the color of her skin matters at all, or else why would she adopt her in the first place? It seems more likely that she's just someone who hates her life, and she's got this 3-year-old that's running around, probably in her own head justified it as just hit her to get her to stop or something sick like that. And I think that's more than likely what happened, but I don't know. It's just, I don't want to bring race into it when there's no evidence of that. That doesn't make sense to me. And this whole thing's already screwed up enough. I don't know why you got to make it even fucking worse. These are dear friends of ours, and I still can't fathom that this is true. We just saw them at Christmas when they brought gifts to my little girl. She loves her auntie Ariel and cousin Austin. They waited so very long for these children. It was a dream come true for them. I, of course, realize that anything is possible and want the truth to come out. I, however, still do not believe that they did this. Again, it's important that we say allegedly. My heart and my mind are both just shattered. Precious, precious Tori, may you rest in peace at the throne of the Lord tonight. A woman on Facebook said her daughter was Tori's foster parent before the Robinsons adopted her. She was the sweetest, most loving child, she wrote. She had the best personality. She was so witty and kept us laughing all the time. We're happy for her because she could finally be with her 2 brothers and have a permanent home, even though she could have had one before she was taken away to be with this family. I am so heartsick, I don't have words. As they go into the elements of the case here, Sykes said the evidence seems pretty damn strong. Police have released few details in this case, which was investigated by SLED. Simpsonville police were called to the Robinson home around 2:25 p.m. after a child was found unresponsive, according to multiple media reports. The child, Victoria Tori Rose Smith, was taken to the hospital where she was pronounced dead. Ariel and Jerry Robinson are accused of inflicting a series of blunt force injuries which caused Tori Robinson's death on January 14th, according to arrest warrants in the case seen below. Yeah, I don't think we need to go into it. The couple was responsible for the care and welfare of the child at the time of the incident, arrest warrant said. Ariel and Jerry Austin Robinson were taken to the Greenville County Detention Center. They were not granted bond, according to jail records. 13 Solicitor's Office will prosecute the case. Since her daughter's death, Ariel, who typically posted several times a day, stopped posting to Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. However, her YouTube channel posted the following video on Friday, the day after her daughter's death. You gotta be kidding me. Oh, what is this? Ariel Robinson of Worst Cooks in America jokes about what is this? Since her daughter's death, Ariel, however, her YouTube channel posted the following video on Friday, the day after her daughter's death. You gotta be shitting me. About threatening to beat kids before child. Jesus fucking Christ. Why would you upload that to your damn YouTube? I don't know. Right? What the hell is wrong with this woman? Ariel Robinson's social media accounts have been blasted by people angry about the death of the 3-year-old. The baby was better off in the system. You two adopted her and killed her. Disgusting, one person commented on YouTube. Authorities have not released further details of the case. South Carolina Department of Social Services officials told Fitz News they are aware of the incident and are investigating the case along with law enforcement. The agency's standard procedures in a case like this involve taking appropriate actions with any children remaining in the home after evaluating safety and risk. SCDSS said in a statement, "We will hope to bring more details in this case in the future. Stay tuned." They give you a number to report child abuse in South Carolina, so if you're in that state and you know of any situation, there you go. But yeah, let's talk for a second, right? We did a video about the Twitch streamer who, puts more not so gently puts his baby down and starts screaming in the baby's face because he loses a video game. And I made a statement like, well, maybe that baby needs a better home, right? Maybe that baby needs to be brought into a better home. But the thing is, the system isn't good, right? Because you have people like this who will adopt children, and obviously they're not. Think about how sick and disgusting it is to do this to your adopted child who's dependent on you, and then you immediately, like the very next day, you have a video going up where you talk about wanting to beat your kids. It was probably an automatic upload. I would imagine it probably was, but again, based on everything I can see with this woman, I don't know the husband's situation, but it sounds like she wants to be famous. She wants to be loved. She wants everyone to know who she is. And I would imagine that comes with a lot of stress, especially if you're not getting your name out there. She had her 15 seconds of fame on the Food Network. And then from there, she's just not that popular. People don't really care to watch her. And that's probably got to be frustrating. She's got this 3-year-old that, she doesn't want to take care of because she's clearly more concerned with, her YouTube channel, being a comic, being famous. And I imagine she probably snapped. She probably had a breakdown. And unfortunately, the kid's the one that pays the price. I mean, yeah, I get that she's arrested. I have to say allegedly and everything. Don't get me wrong. Maybe it was like a mystery person that could walk through walls and entered the home and did all this stuff and then left before. I don't know. Maybe. I mean, I believe aliens are real, so I guess that's certainly possible. But this is tough to talk about because, again, I look at these stories, right, as someone who wants to have a kid of my own, and it really does disgust me, the people that are out there, the people that, like the Twitch streamer, you have a kid like this lady, you've got, mother of 5, right? And you do this to your children. I don't know why. I don't know what compels you. I don't know what is wrong with you people. Sure, you've been arrested, but like, how do you make up for taking a life? There's no punishment that fixes that because the kid's dead, right? There's no punishment at all, right? I mean, death penalty, might make you feel better, but it doesn't bring the kid back to life. Keep them in prison for the rest of their lives, make them suffer. Again, it makes you feel better, but the kid's gone. There's literally nothing you can do, no punishment these people can face that will ever absolve them of what they've done. Instead, you just got this kid, sweet kid, right, who's just been taken in a brutal way because you have a woman who's clearly not happy with her own life. And it's sad. It's disgusting. And look, I'm sorry to be such a downer, right? Leave me some comments, let me know what you think about this case. Let me know what your interpretation of this is, right? Do you feel like this is a race thing? I don't see it. Or do you feel like this is clearly an unstable woman who's unhappy with her own life and her and her husband took it out on the baby just because they're just broken inside?
Novo, let that shit bang.